Hello and welcome to my video on this Midi scale Venator class Star Destroyer I've built. So this is one that I've spent quite a long time on. I've rebuilt it a few times and I've tried to make the model look as nice as possible. So it is kind of done to the Midi scale like the Imperial Star Destroyer from, I think it might have been 2008, and this is kind of the same scale. And you can see, so I've put on most of the details. You've got a bunch of the engines at the back. You have the hangar bays and most of the cannons. I'll talk about that a bit more in depth in the rest of the video. If you do enjoy the video, please consider subscribing, as I'll be doing more mocks in the future and it means a lot to the channel. I'm now going to look at the model itself. So the model is built to mainly be accurate. There aren't really any play features other than you can see these wee turrets there. They can move back and forth like so. And so that's like the only playability. The rest of it's done for the accuracy. So you have a line down the middle in the darker red, and that is just to be accurate, because I think they could do, like the Republic does occasionally do them without the red line, but you can see in this image that it does have that. And then, so looking at the rest of the top of the model, so you have the main, like command centers, so there's two, and so for like the window, I've just done a couple of blue studs, and then these are attached to these, and this whole part comes off because it's not securely attached, but that's for accuracy, because this part is just flat other than that stud to refit like so. So that's why that all has to be flat, otherwise this wouldn't look nice because there would have been a bunch of gaps. So then I'm going to go on to the sides. So the entire side is just grey underneath. So there's two layers. I didn't originally do that, but I decided to change it. You can also see there's two cannons there, which is for accuracy, because there's like supposed to be an indent, as you can see in this image, but I didn't have the right type of pieces to do that, and it just didn't work well. And then you can see the hangar blade, I've just done a dark blue 1x2, and that's on the other side as well. And so on the underside, you can see I've got this area for the hangar, and there's a light blue piece there, and so it's done nicely so it sits flat and it won't tilt forward like that. And so there's the red stripe which continues, it's slightly shorter than the one on top to make way for the hangar. And then this back part is done similarly, it's not the exact same, because these back engines, so there's two of them that are longer, so they're like the middle ones, and that's done for accuracy, so you can see in this image that they're more accurate, and then the rest of them are just kind of like some tube pieces, and that I do quite like the light blue. Like if you remove it, it doesn't look as nice, which is why I decided to keep it on. Moving on to like the wing, so they've just both got these red grill pieces, which are done for accuracy, and then it comes up to the cannons. Like the way that Lego modeled it, they just had like the pieces like a triangle, but I've kind of just like built up the plates, and I think it looks quite nice, especially to the scale. You can also see these two tan dots. They're supposed to be in Republic insignias. They really should be like there. You see what I mean? So like a stud over, but they're not. So yeah, and then this is the back section, which is also not secure, but it's just that, and it's like, I consider it like a stem out of the back of the ship, and that is the Venator. So now I'll go on to modification. So there is a modification I can do to set to make it like a microfighter. So you can see the hangar underneath, I can just press up on that, and that will leave me with this section, and I'll take that apart and rebuild this, because it only requires like these couple pieces to make it a microfighter. So this is what it looks like as a microfighter. It is quite out of scale for a microfighter, and so basically I've just restriped the bottoms. There's now no hanger, and the space that was the hanger is now where this minifigure sits. So I've gone with a 332nd tripper, just for the sake of it being like Homer Season 7, and it does look quite nice in there. It doesn't like affect the ship that much. It's still, you can swip it around, the minifigure will not fall out because it's attached. Anyway, I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like, See you in the next one.